I personally have the opinion that any service-based industry, I want to give a shout out to Damien Elson, someone I know, he's in there in the sidebar there. But any service-based industry, I think, would really benefit, and I think you're right to do with coaches and experts, but any service-based industry business, for me, should have a digital product, should have a training course. They should have something that's residual by nature. And I just didn't know whether that fit in here and whether you guys wanted to talk about that a little bit, because I've been dying to talk about it, but not had the opportunity.
Well, I actually did a LinkedIn post about how every business should have an information product. So I'm echoing what you're saying there, Mark, because I agree. I think that no matter what business you're in, even if it's just an information product that just introduces people to your business, like the mini Udemy course that I'm giving away over in the chat, something simple like that starts the conversation or begins the conversation, begins the momentum of the conversation. I've helped a lot of offline businesses with their internet marketing. That was one of the things that I did once the infomercial kind of ran out, and I found myself going, what do I do now? And the first thing I did was I jumped into teaching people from my knowledge about internet marketing, how they could market their local businesses. And invariably, I could not think of any business that could not benefit from having a little special report, a DVD, video introduction to their business, something like that. And in fact, I believe that businesses can also benefit from having a blab presence. Now, with blab, it's going to be a little bit tricky, because what you want to do is you want to drive local traffic to your blab and then let everyone else kind of eavesdrop in, right? And the way you do that is with Facebook ads. You would run local Facebook ads to your blab, and local people would be watching it and that kind of thing. But I really believe, I agree, Mark, that every business should have and should benefit from information products in some way. And they may not always be courses. They might be a DVD. They might be an ebook, special report. But every business can benefit from info products.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it comes back to the idea of, educational content particularly is very powerful in terms of driving traffic back to your business. Whenever you educate someone for free, that's great. But I think now that businesses should have, an educational, especially if you're already delivering a service-based industry, think about creating a digital product that you can just stick on your website, that you can just put on Udemy, right. and because even if it's a free course on Udemy, what we have to remember is when you're educating someone about a subject, you're also educating them about your expertise. And that's half the battle. Once they're convinced that you've got the knowledge and you're the expert, and they want to know what you know, they're going to buy your product. And the problem with service-based industry, and, we've all been in the service-based industry, the problem with the service-based industry is a lot of the time is people are cold. They, oh, I'm a web designer. Yeah, and I'm a graphic designer. Yeah, and, I met 10 people at a network last week told me the same thing. And they don't have an opportunity to actually have a look at you and have a look at your business. And I think businesses, if they put that at the, in there, oh, I've got a free course, go and check that out. Then people can really see, what you're talking about. And you've just wiped out 99% of the competition in one go. Why? Because they haven't done it.